Today we will try to make the hardest shape yet, which is the shape's logo. We need this shape to unlock the wires. These are gonna be game changing. We also need this shape to unlock tier 7 of every of those, most likely every of those upgrades. Since there are also some achievements for those, we might need just as many as we need those blueprint shapes. Now, the bad thing about this shape is that I have actually no idea how to make one. This square is smaller than this one. The problem is that as far as I know, if we stack a simple square of this part on top of this part, the square simply fills this whole thing. Let's just try it. Let's simply take a square and a circle and combine those in a clever way, right? So this is the shape that we need. And now we need bottom square on top of that. So I'm just gonna quickly rotate this one, and now we need to stack this on top of that, I believe. Yeah, see, it's big. Now how do I make it smaller? Now what if I stack another on top of this? Because now we have a smaller shape. But we want this to be empty. I need to make myself feel pretty again, so I'm gonna unlock an upgrade. Extraction speed? We don't need extraction speed. No way we're getting this anytime soon. These are gonna take a while, so yeah, let's do it. Extraction speed increase. And as I said, tier 7, we need those logo shapes again. But I'm not gonna make them ever. I have no idea how to do it. Oh, I think I know, I might have figured it out. You see this shape, or whatever shape, but what if we simply stack this, a whole square on top of that? I might have done it. Take a look. So here we have a square, right? And if you stack it on top, look at what happens. There we go. We've got this weird shape, and we just need to cut it. Oh, I did it! I figured it out! Oh, oops. Come on. There we go. That's a small square. And we can stack it to this one. Let me just try it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Come on. And stack it. Oh no. It didn't work? Why? The shape is not small anymore. The square is not small. So, how can it be not small? So what if I use a normal cutter? It is small right now. Now I rotate this and take it to here. And now I cut it again. And it should be small. How come it's gotten bigger again? Like, how is that possible? I thought that I solved it. This doesn't make sense. I was really happy. I really thought that I had it. But I think I'm really close. Right, so what else? We have this shape. And if we cut a part of it, then it gets bigger. Because there's like nothing constraining it, probably. Alright, I'm cutting it wrong. So I want to rotate this before it comes in. So then, when I actually cut it, that should be better. So we're getting these shapes now, which should be normal sized circle and a small square. And now we have a part of the finished product. And there we go. That's the bottom part of the shape. I think I solved it. How long did this take me? 25 minutes. It took me 25 minutes to figure this out. But I am proud of myself. So we just need to combine all of those together. So let's stack those up. and see. Yes, that's it! I did it! It's genius. And there we go. That's the logo. Ah, lovely. So basically I've done it, but this is just too dumb. It doesn't have to be that stupid. So let's make it a bit more clever. We need white color again, and see you in a bit. I'm just gonna mix the paint here and paint some circles, perhaps steal those. That's gonna be more efficient. So now we've got the shape that we need, and we only need to rotate it, cut it, rotate it, and spit it out. And rotate the other way, I did mean. So this gets switched to that. And we should be all good. Yes, yes. That's what we need. Now, how the hell did I do it? It's just ridiculous. Oh. This is really stupid. I need to take a break, I think. This is too much for my brain.
A few moments later.
So I had a bit of a think, and I believe I know, or I have an idea how to actually do this a little bit sensibly. And what I need is those halves. Now I want these to be vertical, like this, and I simply need to rotate this twice, because I want them to be on the left side. Now I'm gonna take the big cutter. Now I need to put them to the left, top left side. So again, a bit of rotating. And now if I stack, let's say, those two together, I should have this shape, which is the shape I really want. No, it's not. I need to stack them in the opposite direction, right? Just like that. And there we go. That's what I want, right? So that's just the theory I wanted to test. So basically, two horizontal bits on the left side, and they get stacked on top of a top left corner of a square. Now with those, we simply need to add this part, right? Stack it together and then cut it up. Just like that. Now we rotate it and cut off the top side. So I think I have an idea. Now just to execute it. Now this is not that nice, but I've got 4 stackers making those shapes. So now we just need to stack some more squares and pieces of white circle on top of that. Now we have those shapes, and all that's left to be done is to basically stack a quarter of a square on the top right side. So again, we are gonna use the quad cutter. And there's our achievement for the logo. And there we go. Beautiful logos. The first one is messed up, but it doesn't matter. We can just deliver it to the base. And this time I'm cutting off those melon pieces, because we've got a ton of those. Let me just take a look. Stored melon pieces, 380,000. Now the logos are finally arriving, and we're at how much? 4 seconds. That's to be expected. Now let's take some time and make it a lot more efficient. Now I've made another facility to make those logo shapes. So we should be at around 8 a second. Let me check. There we go, 8 a second, because we were 4 and now I've got another, so that should be 8. I also installed those storage areas just for fun. So we've got 10k of white circles stored right here. And what I'm gonna do next is bring those white circles somewhere here, because we've got some more squares available and we could make at least hopefully 2 other factories right here. This time I have some idea of what I'm doing, so perhaps it could be a little more efficient. The point is that 8 a second is not enough at all. We're gonna need 200,000 of those shapes to unlock all of those upgrades, at least. I don't know what the tier 8 and the other tiers are gonna cost. Now I have prepared another facility. Here I've calculated it a bit and tried to split the cutters, even though I probably didn't have to, but one cutter has 2 items per second, which means that for one quad cutter you're basically getting 8 pieces a second, and the stackers are 1 piece a second, so 8 stackers. I've connected those, and now I just need to split a branch from here and do the finishing touch, and basically this whole thing again over here to stack the top left corner and also cut those up. But now another upgrade. Which one is it? Oh, this one, finally. Oh my god, I just calculated that. That's cutting, rotating and stacking speed increase. Why not? Obviously. Let's go. Oh, and we can do this one straight after. That's great, actually. It's really great. Okay, so what are the speeds now? Let's take a look. So cutting, that's 3.5 items a second, and stacking 1.75. So basically the rate stays exactly the same, which is good. Okay, I am an idiot. So I've prepared the stacking process where I want to put the top right quarter of the square on this shape basically, but I forgot to cut the squares. Okay, now we should be good. So we've got 8 of those, and we simply need to join them up with these ones. Now this should be it. Yes, that's it. So 8 more of those shapes a second. Since we've got 8 a second already, we could simply take those and join them up with the conveyor belt we have here. Because the conveyor belt should be 14... How is it full? You've got 14... Oh, right, because I upgraded the... Right, I see. So those are now faster, which means that we are getting, 12.6 a second. It's actually quite nice. And those could go here, maybe. But, level 20 completed! Look at it! Unlock the wires. So that's a separate layer completely. And I think that we're gonna play with the wires next time. Okay, so we're flying up. We've got, let's see, 26 a second of those logo shapes. So we're gonna be where we need to be in just about a second. We're just flying past now.